I'm going to make you a more informed shopper about these two Bass subscription boxes, the LTB Tournament Series and the MTB Elite Series for Bass. There's a little bit of a yin and yang effect going on here as the companies have two different sales strategies here. The MTB box retails for $40 a month, while the LTB box runs for $50 a month. One of the noticeable things that you'll see right off the bat is that the MTB box is much smaller than the LTB. When I got this out of the postal box today, I was very surprised. I was like, wow, that looks just like a normal box that they have. But there's some good differences here, and it's going to come down to personal preference on what kind of box you want. It's very hard to actually tell you which one you should have. It's all going to be based on your personal preference with these two boxes. The first one that we'll talk about is the Elite by MTB. Really focuses on the high quality, high dollar amount of baits. So this one has a retail value of, some of the baits have a retail value of about $10 to $15 on average. And so if you're looking for those high dollar baits, that box might be for you. This one is kind of all over the place. One thing that's really nice about the LTB box is that there's a higher quantity of items. There was about 11 lures or plastics in this box, whereas this had 7 total. So if you're looking for a quantity of different pieces for your library, the LTB box would probably be the better way to go. If you're just looking for high dollar amounts, go with MTB. LTB was really the forerunner of these two boxes. They got out into the market well ahead of time of MTB. They started selling it right around January, and they got their name out that they were going to do this box. MTB was late to the game. So I went with LTB. They had a lot of the same baits that they had already run in previous months. MTB, when they were late to the game, actually were smarter, because they saw a lot of the mistakes LTB made and they marketed it off of that. I thought they were much smarter in this approach. With MTB, they were advertising it that they were doing baits that had never before been in one of their previous boxes. So they were all going to be fresh and new and exciting, just as exactly what I had hoped the LTB would deliver. And so LTB had included baits from previous boxes from last year, and I was very disappointed in that. And so MTB learned from those mistakes. Going forward, we'll see what LTB does. Let me kind of explain what I was talking about, that LTB was a little too... When I did the review for LTB, I said that they were very repetitive. They had a lot of pairs of items. And just to give an example of what I was talking about, they included like a Wild Thing palmetto bug, and that was one of the items, but it was very close to their Strike King Rage Tail, which was a combination between that palmetto bug style and their crawdads. So in reality, you had 3 items that were very closely tied to each other. That's like in triplicate right there. Whereas, Elite basically focused on one of each item in a very high quality sense. So they put in the box a bottle shrimp by Megabass, as well as the Jackal plastic worms and the minnows. So MTB kind of had it figured out, whereas they might have about half the items in the box. They were more thought out items. They were more unique items. If you're a new subscriber trying to bulk up your inventory of bass baits, LTB may be the way to go. You will get more items in there, and if you're an old subscriber for bass boxes, I think LTB may have learned their lesson about doing repeat baits, just from all the backlash that they've had on social media. So we'll see about the box that's coming soon. I can do a review about that, so subscribe, stay tuned on my channel. And we also, if you're just, fed up with LTB, MTB might be the way to go. If you're one of those people that like to be very concise and make sure you have very thought out baits, this is also a great way to do it. Plus, if you're budget conscious, the $40 price tag is going to save you $10 compared to LTB. So that's a huge advantage. Also, the LTB had a couple different hooks and stuff like that I didn't count towards the 11 items. So they also give you some swag in there. But for me, MTB was the winner in this one. I hope this review has done a good job of explaining to you the differences between these two boxes, and then you can make a more informed decision. If you'd like to know more about the individual contents of each boxes, check my other videos on YouTube on my channel, and you can kind of see what exactly is in them. But whichever way you go, good luck and good luck fishing.